what the hell that is. Should've just called Puff for the fucking instrumental. Fuck it. No time for that, boy. Hey. Cold word.
Yo, what's good? What's good, Christian? What's good? Jacob, give me 1 sec.
Hey.
Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, they say we living in troubled times. Hey, do you see the trouble signs? Hey, life's a bitch, and I'm cuffing mines. My dough in flip mode. What up to Busta Rhymes? I used to never see.
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Yo, what's good? George, what's good? We done with the 90s? What you mean done with the 90s? What you mean done with the 90s? Let me turn it down as well. Let me turn it down just a little bit. Speaking of 90s, someone had asked me, am I gonna do any throwback breakdowns? I'm gonna do throwback breakdowns like a motherfucker in the summer. Like I'm gonna go stupid. And I low-key have already started taking sneak peeks into the past, into old basketball. But just cause I want to watch AI. I watched AI just a little bit. I ain't watched nothing crazy to the point where it's like, yo, I got all these gems for these videos. But just know I'm gonna have them later in the future though. And I just want to say something like 2 days ago, but I believe the contest is the best and you're headed towards success very soon. Hey, we on the way. We on the way. That's why I say DOR to the stars. You see where that star going. DOR to the stars. You ain't seen the news? Nah, I don't be in tune with the news. What happened? What happened? You saw Professor move Duncan Robinson to the Duncan Robinson move. I seen somebody send some shit in the Discord. Talking about some. They did some fucking sham god or some shit. I don't know. To sorry, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's some shit that's just disrespectful, dog. Like, bro, Duncan Robinson, bro. He don't dribble. He don't dribble, bro. Damn, that's crazy. But I'm calling 100K by the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? 100K by the end of the year. That was my trajectory to start the year. So we may even pass that. I'm locked in because it's not even just, oh, this is not working. I'm really learning what I'm doing. So it's just getting better by the day. Nobody could go left. Oh, you said, oh, the breakdown. Nobody could go left. Had no IQ. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta at least keep it a bean. Hold on, let me pull up the Discord so I don't forget. Let me pull the Discord because somebody asked a question. Discord updating. Give me 1 sec. But give me one. Hold on. Let me talk about that for a second. I don't think people even realize the fact of. I don't even think people realize the fact of how much easier it was to guard in, say, 90s basketball. Like, the further you go back, the easier it's gonna get. Because there's just less skill and less understanding of how I need to do this one thing. It's like trying to say you take Jordan's career, you take like Kobe's career, and then you cut him off like 6 years in, and you try to say, nah, him 6 years in is better than him about 12 years in. He's got a whole nother 6 years under his belt of experience, of knowledge, of work. So it's like there's no way he beats that version of him because the person of him in the future knows so much of the past already. And so it's just like when you look at the evolution of basketball, it's like you really think some 80s player, unless it's like Jordan when he first got in the league or any of those guys who are way ahead of their time, if you really think some shit like that's going to actually be like a majority of those players are going to actually be able to be comped in this day and age, it's like, yo, if we're taking you just as you were at that point in time, no, this is not happening. There's no way that shit is happening. If you try to play at your skill level with people nowadays, or you try to guard them now, you'll be in the fucking in a trance. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will be stuck. They don't even know what to do. So that's the thing. Even when it comes down to that. So I still want to peep it though because it's important to understand how things originate and where things are from, so you understand how things must go and how things have evolved. That's where a lot of people forget a lot of shit, where they'll automatically write off the past of not even just sports, but even in terms of life. You'll even look back. You even look at your history to understand your trajectory of your future. And once you know the root, you'll understand now where this could also begin to stem from. And so That's another important reason why I do want to go back and look and really see 90s basketball, maybe 80s basketball. But regardless, they still can't go left. You know what I'm saying? They still can't go. Motherfuckers still can't go left. And by the way, what we about to break down today, Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, boy, I got some shit to say. I got some shit to say. And IQ, I don't even know if you're in the chat right now, but he said Tatum never beat these soft allegations. You see, the thing is, right? When you say soft allegations, this is not no soft allegation because this is truth. This is truth backed by evidence, physical evidence. And I don't even need to understand the mental perspective because his mental perspective, his attack, his approach is evident in what he did in the game. And so I don't even know if it's just Tatum or it's Missoula, the coaching staff putting together some sort of game plan saying you do this and you do that. Regardless, it doesn't change the fact that the way he's acting is not going to allow them to be able to produce at their highest level. And so when it comes down to Tatum, it's no longer no allegations. It is true. And when it comes down to Jaylen Brown, right? When it comes down to Jaylen Brown, y'all said Jaylen Brown got no left hand. He had to put the glove on for y'all to just show y'all he got some sort of left hand. But the way he was attacking against Denver, I was like, yo, he do got a left hand. And it's not the fact that he can't go left. I got a few clips to show you that it's not that he can't go left. It's other reasons why he does get, how do I put it? It looks like he doesn't know what to do. He looks lost. Like he can't make a decision. Like he gets stuck. It's not because he can't go left. It's just because other factors I'm going to break down a little later. So where's this question? Boom, right here. Be right here with it. So first things first. Let me get some water. Pull up the Discord. Let me drop the Discord in the chat, by the way. Hold on. Let me drop the Discord in the chat for anybody who pull up. Where's this at? Sign in. Boom, sign in right there. Here we go. Let me, boom, pin that in the chat. Right quick. By the way, if y'all got any messages, let me know immediately. Let me know expeditiously. If y'all got any videos, any jump shot videos, send it in the Discord immediately. Send it through expeditiously. If y'all have anything of worry, of concern, let me know. But like first question right here. He said, Jay, I don't even know he might be in the chat. I have a question about when you stop playing basketball, expand your bag and learn new moves. In that period of time, will you just watch a film to learn moves, or was you just like writing down the moves and then adding counters? This is about to be my favorite breakdown. I got some gems. This is about aggression, about physicality, just the whole mental approach to the game. But like he said, right, he asked right here, when I stopped playing, was I just watching film to learn new moves, or was I writing them down and then boom, going about it? So when I've told y'all that once I stopped playing, I added, my game expanded like tenfold in ways as to which to the level as to which I envision myself playing pro is a level I've been able to reach. No longer actually playing competitively, right? No longer playing organized, right? I should say not competitively, but organized. So what I did in that period of time is that I did not learn an abundance of moves. I didn't go to the gym and say, all right, boom, I know this. Let me go work on this move today, and work on that move today, and work on this counter today. A lot of the time, like when I really think back on like what my hooping workouts look like, because I was only hooping. hold on. I just really realized this. I was even hooping every day. I told y'all, I became a marathon athlete. I became a marathon runner, a long distance runner, not marathon, but long distance runner. I was doing 4 miles a day for 4 days out the week. So I would wake up, boom, 4 miles. It'd take me about 7 minutes a mile. So that's like 30 minutes right there. And then I have a second workout in the other half of the day, and that'll be a lift. So like I was even hooping crazy. I would only hoop about 3 days a week. So I'd only hoop 3 days a week, do skills 3 days a week. So like I could only imagine how much sharper I'd be if I did it, if I hooped 7 days a week. And so yeah, I was even hooping all the time. But anytime I did hoop, it was extremely condensed, the shit I was working on. So for example, my handle is what unlocked me and my ability to have more moves, because I learned how to move. Because what y'all don't even realize is that these moves will get easier. They'll become second nature if you improve your coordination, your proprioception, your like hand-eye coordination, your levels through your movements and little things like that. And so I unlocked the first half of my movement in that course of time, where I was right after I stopped playing. And then once I decided to learn the vertical jump stuff, that's when I was able to really get low, and all my movement kind of came all together. because I learned all the intangible stuff almost, or tangible, I don't know what to call it, but like the coordination shit, I learned all that shit in the first half, and then the second half came around, I got my levels, and so now it got a lot easier to be able to do everything as a whole. And so by learning the movement, if I wanted to try a new move, it's not like I even thought consciously of, oh, let me try this move. My brain was so free to the point where I could kind of just go about doing it, and all it really boiled down to is my balance that I was able to get from it. And so it's not like y'all will see me when I start hooping, when I do IRL stuff, it's like I may pull a move out that I don't even know if I probably never even worked on. Most of this shit will stay basic, but if I got to get to a second, third, fourth move, like I don't even know what the second or the third, fourth move is gonna look like. I'll just play in a flow and just find a way to get to a spot. And that's usually what it's gonna be a lot of times. Like you don't gotta work that far into layers usually, but sometimes it comes down to that, and that's what gets highlighted, and that's what people really only look at, and that's what they think basketball is, but it's not. NIL ruined college sports. It very much did to an extent. It filtered out a lot of people who just play the game for money. And so essentially, I do think there's a benefit to NIL. You just mentioned that right there. Hold on. I think there might be a little benefit to NIL, as a matter of fact. Hold on. Let me think of this right quick. A lot of y'all think NIL's been a detriment to college. As a matter of fact, it could be something that's helped college. Because what it does is brought money into the landscape, right? It's emphasized the capitalism that's within collegiate sports, right? And so now, since players are getting the money, it's now going to filter out the players who are playing only for money. You know what I'm saying? So now it's going to now boil down to the people who are getting the money and still have more motivation to go partake in the sport at the next level to be able to get even more money, essentially. But not even just money, because if you already got like your cool $1 million for the first time, you done came out the hood for the first time, got some money, got to help your parents out, you'll probably get comfortable. But it's the people who want to be even greater than that, who don't see comfort within that. And they'll want to say, I got to get even better at my craft. And so now we may just end up seeing people who are supposed to be built for the league, and those who are not really built for the league and really would have fucked off their first few years pro, they just now going to fuck off their first few years in college, because now they finally got their hands onto some money. They finally was actually able to see some status, some popularity, be able to get that Lambo truck, be able to take their parents out the hood, be able to do all these different things. And so what it now even boils down to is, if you're going to go and get to that next level and you already got all this money in NIL and shit, for example, like a Shador Sanders, you already got all this money, it's just going to show who really loves the game. How much are you really going to improve? Who's going to actually take that next step? So that's just a different perspective on it, though. So, yeah, that may actually help, though. It may help. Let me see. In the breakdown, I have one more question. But I don't even know if I was done answering this question here. In that period of time, I was watching stupid film. Mind you, I was watching stupid film, taking notes, all these little things. But in terms of moves, like I wasn't writing down moves. I just learned how to move. Like I told you, I'll go to a park and dribble for 2 miles. And I improve my movement, improve my balance, improve my coordination, all this little stuff that allows you to get every move. That's why I be telling y'all, bro, don't try to learn one move, learn how to move so you can get every single move. I guarantee you that's going to make shit 10 times easier. It's like when I tell y'all to learn how to catch and shoot first before you decide to learn how to shoot off the dribble, because it literally just strips away variables just to make it easier to layer and improve upon skill. So, I want kids to help their family not get addicted to materialism. It's gonna filter motherfuckers out though, because they gonna be done 4 years. It's gonna be like, oh shit, I just focused on money. I wasn't focusing on performance. And they're going to realizing like, oh damn, like I don't got time no more. I can't go pro. I done fucked off these couple years where I was supposed to be improving, getting better, but now I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I got stuck. I got complacent. You know what I'm saying? I got comfortable. And so it's automatically going to filter those people out, because it's going to be the same way people got into NBA, got into the NFL, got into these sports. And then the first few years, they just bullshitting, rookie contracts over, they get no deal. Now they may go overseas. They may go to like G League. Now it's like, oh shit, you put yourself 3 years behind. You know what I'm saying? 3 years of focus, of work and discipline, now gone out the window because you got some money. But now for some people, it's just going to happen in college. It's just going to happen in college. And I know it's not a lot of people making stupid cheese. By the way, I know it's not a lot of people. But the people that do still make some money to where it's like, oh, I'm making 6 figures. 6 figures is a lot. You know, there may be some people out here making 2, 3 mil, 5 mil in NIL, but still 100,000 NIL, 80,000 NIL. That shit's really it's really gonna change how you see things, and it's not gonna, you know what I'm saying? It can really shake shit up. Love your content, bro. Appreciate the support, Eric. Appreciate the support. But by the way, we're on the road to 15K. By the way, once we hit 15K, I told y'all I got an IRL breakdown for y'all at 15K. It was a little game I played. It was like a 4-on-4 I played like almost a year ago, damn near. That shit was a fat minute ago. I don't really be recording my workouts, but someone was recording at that time, so I was like, yo, let me get that right quick. But I'm gonna get to this other question. What to do, Pat? Yo, what's good, Satro? What's good? I'm watching live right now. I also have one more question. Do you have any tips about workouts? Because I have school from 8:20 to 3. 8:20 to 3. Is that a extended? Nah, that's not crazy. And I can't go outside earlier. The earliest is probably 7:30. I'm on the school team, so I don't know if I should quit and work out. Wait. You should no. Don't quit. Don't wait. Since when did quitting become a thing? Why quit? Who quit? And work out after school or only work out on the weekends. And also, I'm in my workout schedule. Should I try like 20 plus drills for shooting and finishing because like I want to have my game with no flaws, but like I don't have a rebounder, so I don't know if I have that much time. Well, first things first, if you don't got a rebounder, I told y'all this already. Quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. It's gonna make you a better in-game shooter. Understand, right? If you have no rebounder and you're trying to improve your shooting, it's gonna make you a better shooter in a game if you do this one thing. Quality over quantity, just like it is in the game. Even though, say, if you have a rebounder, you could get up 300, 400, 500 shots a piece, maybe rebound for each other and shit, or just one person rebounding for you. You may get up that much, but by yourself, say I only get up 200 shots, you know what I'm saying? Or say I have a rebounder, or if I have a shot machine, I get up 700 shots, 800 shots, 600 shots. By myself, I get up 300 max. That's getting closer to what it'll be in the game, because in the game, you'll get what? 2, 3, 4, 5, depends if you're hitting, and it depends if you allow those misses that you may get to start impact how many shots you take going forward. So by having less shots to take, and that leaves less room for error, and if you're there by yourself, all it boils down to you making the proper corrections in real time so that you could get sharper and have to exert less energy to chase your rebounds when they go 3 courts down if you're at a fucking park or some shit. Or goes all the way into the grass when it just rained the night before. Or when the sprinklers turned on, so now the ball is wet. Little things like that, as to which you gotta just make sure you stay sharp. And you gotta get high quality reps and not be so reliant upon someone's got my rebound and they're gonna kick it right back out for a great pass and a good shot. Right? And so if you emphasize that quality over quantity, it's going to allow you to be so much of a better player. So that right there really could help you. So let me talk about that first part. Isn't it better to do the same rep 300 times and do 10 different moves? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because do you realize that if you say I do the same thing 300 times, or I do 10 different things 30 times, who do you think really got better? Like, I really want you to ask, like, really ask yourself. If I did one thing 300 times, or I did 10 things 30 times each, if I'm talking overall improvement, how much better did I get? What person got better? Which routine got better? The person most definitely who did 300 reps of the same thing, instead of doing 30 reps of 10 different things. Because even understanding from a mentally, right, from a psychological perspective, if you do all these different stuff that require a bunch of different skills and a bunch of different details, nuances, and understandings, and you just throw them all together, all at the same time, how well are you going to be able to retain that information, right? It's like doing this, right? It's like doing this. If you go to school and your school tells you got to learn 12 subjects in a matter of 7 hours, how well are you going to be able to retain all the information from all 12 of those subjects? Barely, hardly anything. It's all going to be watered down. But if you went to school 7 hours and they said, we're going to learn this one thing or these 2 things, how much better do you think you're going to be at being able to retain that information, and not just retain it, but also apply that information in the long term? Imagine how much better you're going to be if you just do those 2 things. Apply that same concept to your workouts. Instead of trying to say, I'm going to work on my drill pull-ups, going every single direction, every single scenario, and then doing a step back, doing a hezzy pull-up, and then doing a floater, then doing a reverse, then doing a hook shot. Why don't you just work on just a drill pull-up? Why don't you just work on a drill pull-up? And then maybe a floater or some shit like that. I don't know. Keep shit basic according to what you need for your game. Do what you need. Work on your weaknesses. Sharpen your strengths as well at that. If you don't have a real dominant strength, sharpen that tool as well. Keep improving that. So just keep that shit condensed. It's really not gonna do anything. Exactly. Like you'll be way better, way better. So let me go back to this though. You said you can't work out before 7:30. What time does the sun come up? What time does the sun come up? Where you at, Jay? For me, it's probably like honestly, this shit sun gets up at like 6:45. You start school 8:20. Cool. You start cool 6:30. You know what I'm saying? You start at a cool 6:30. You know, you could actually get somewhere with it. 6:30, what, 7? A little bit. It's New York 6:30. So 6:30. Say you got school 8:20. You do an outdoor workout. I don't know what you're gonna do. You gotta do some sort of workout, something that's gonna help you get better. Gets up 6:30. Sun gets up 6:30. Boom. You're already there. You're already outside starting your workout 6:30. So that means you probably gotta wake up like 6. Maybe 5:50, you know what I'm saying? Depends on how fast you get up and what you do in your routine. So, in our middle school, and it's pretty long. Hold on, pause. Put a pause on that. All right. Long distance in terms of a drive. So if it is, say you got like a 40-minute drive or some shit, okay, you gotta put a pause on that. Yo, what's good, IQ? What's good? But
Fun guy, what's up, baby?
Hey, Draco, appreciate that sub. Appreciate that
you
sub.
already know.
Appreciate that sub. Hold on, let me see what he's saying. Earliest is probably 7:30. Hey, let me see. Yeah, so school, boom. Yeah, school, about 7-hour day of school, right? 7-hour day of school. So if you work out 6:30, you start your workout 6:30. You work out till about 7:30 if you can, 7:15, 45-minute workout. Get straight to the bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? You get straight to it. Be precise, precision, quality. You know, get straight to it. Cool, 45 minute to hour workout. You may even be able to start 6:20 just because you know the sun's already coming up. It's not really that dark right before the sun is up. So boom, right? You get a cool hour workout, 50-minute workout. Shower, boom, get your shit ready. That's where you got to be a master in preparation and just getting your shit together and just getting ready to go. You know, boom, showers quick, got your clothes out, boom, foods, boom, you know what I'm about to eat. You grab that, you slide out. You got to be efficient. Can't be taking a 20-30 minute shower, then you decide to go put your clothes on, lotion, all these little stuff, boom, 20 minutes, and then you decide to go get some food, and then boom, another 30 minutes. No, you got to be quick. Shower, boom, 8-minute shower. Then close, boom, 5 minutes. Boom, right there. Maybe take about 15, 20 minutes total right there. And then food, all right, boom, got that, 15 minutes. I only even spent what? That's like 30 minutes to get ready. About 30 minutes to get ready. So now, whatever time you have to leave to go out to school, say that may be 7:50 at that point in time. You 30 minutes ahead. I don't know how far school is, but regardless, you got 30 minutes. 30 minutes should be enough. If you need less, then boom, you got a little wiggle room. So you got to work. You could work out right before school. You just got to manage your time properly, you know. So you got time to be able to do that before school. So the school team workouts, like there's always room to be able to find a workout. And you said also, should I try to have like 20 plus drills? No, you just need 1 to like 2 drills, bro. You just need shit that's gonna get straight to it. Just get straight to it. Also, I have a gym sometimes, but I don't know what to do. Do you have any tips for like mini workouts in the gym? Like we talking lifting? And if we're talking lifting, how old are you as well? If we're talking lifting, how old are you? Let me get some water again. Put my phone on D&D. Like PE, okay. If we talking like PE, if y'all in an actual gym, then you could do some workouts, and then hooping. We get free time. It's about an hour, and I'm 13. Okay, so you don't even touch no weights. By the way, you don't even need to touch no weights. My friends always wants to 1v1. Skill work. I'll say do skill work. Skill. Do something like you could form shoot for the whole entire PE period. You could form shoot. Just get your reps up. Just get your reps up. Like literally as simple as that. If you need more time, you need to put some more work in. Sharpen up your jumper. If that's what you need, boom, do that. Get strong legs. At 13, you don't need to. And I've been learning a little bit about growth, and the reasons as to why when you're young, like lifting could stunt your growth if you try to go too hard. And so let me just tell y'all what I learned. So in class, like I was just learning a little bit of things in class and kind of connecting concepts. And so what it boils down to is your overall system, like the amount of impact, the amount of force, the amount of stress that you're putting on your body, right? And the amount of stress that you're putting onto this, like I said, your system and your growth plates. But what's gonna cause you to now not grow as much and stunt your growth is if you put too much stress on your system, that you now limit your growth plates ability and then like your bones ability to essentially just get bigger in your body, just to get taller, all these different things, right? Bones get more dense, increased bone length, muscle mass, all this little stuff. If you put too much stress on your system, it's gonna stunt your growth. But if you don't put excess stress on your system, which is why people would say doing strength training, resistance training is bad for your body, because you're putting more weight onto your body than your body could already handle. So that if you push it too far, could be a negative. And so there is an extent as to which you can do it that won't stunt your growth, but that's where it gets tricky with some people, because they may go too far into that, and then now we really stress that system too much. And now stressing that system too much, it's not like we could undo it, go back in time, right? So it takes a great deal of understanding self, listening to your own body, knowing what you need and kind of not going too far into certain things, and prioritizing form and technique over reps and weight. So a lot of people think, all right, I need to get the heaviest weight I possibly can. I need to go as high as I can in this rep with this set. But especially when you're younger, it always needs to be form and technique over amount of reps and then your max strength. You know what I'm saying? Like your 1 rep max per se. Playing ball will get you strong legs, actually. Yeah, because you're literally just doing exactly what you need. By the way, what's good, Frosty? I don't even know if I said it. I think I said it in my brain, but I didn't say it out loud. What's good, Frosty? What's good, Jericho? I don't want to cuss and it's mad annoying, but I also want to say that in team practice, we all we do is run plays and scrimmage with 8th grade, and I'm usually either watching or playing defense so they can know what to read. So if you're doing, I would say, especially at this point in time, this March 8th, your season's probably about to be done. I would say what you should do at this point in time is focus more on skill instead of live play, because especially at your age now, what that live play is going to do is that what it's really there for is to expose weaknesses. But if you've already exposed weaknesses, you must now improve it, so then you could go back and translate it into a game. And also another important part of actually playing in game and getting those reps is actually getting looks from other schools. And so you're not gonna get that until like junior, senior year. So it's most important that you sharpen up your skill set now, and then also be able to still dibble and dabble within playing live and all these little things, and seeing how you must translate these moves. Once you get up a good amount of reps, a good few weeks or even a good bit of time just getting reps in, then you go and apply it. So I would say focus more so on the form and the technique, like the skills things. So I can't work out before school. Hold on, you said I can't work out before school because my bus stop at 6:30. But next year, after I get my license, I wake up at 4, drive to the gym. Little things like that, Jacob. Little things like that. Like, okay, boom. That's it. I was low-key doing the same shit. I don't think I worked out before school I didn't work out before school my sophomore year. It wasn't until my junior year where I was able to manipulate my schedule. That's why my sophomore year, I would go dumb far like into like the day into evening where I would do workouts. That's when I was doing like 7-hour workout sessions where I would go from like, I'll just go home. I'd wake up, boom, go to school, get dropped off. And then at school, I may play during my basketball class because we used to play a little bit. We used to do some like live play stuff. And then after school is when I'll just be in the gym for like 7 hours. But my workouts were broken apart to where I would go there, play like a best of 7 FIBA 3-on-3 to 21 each game. This shit was ridiculous. Then boom, rest a little bit. Then I'll maybe lift and boom, rest a little bit. Then I'll get a group workout. Then some days, boom, rest again. And then get into team practice. And so like it was all broken up. But like especially at y'all age, as being younger, you got to take advantage of the fact your body's going to recover quicker. You got to take advantage of that. And so especially if you enhance that by having the right nutrients, to having the right diet, that shit's gonna help you tremendously. Not even just in recovering, but when you think about your body recovering, it's also gonna help you in growth because you're feeding your body things that it needs so that it could be able to grow and be able to build these adaptations so it could be able to recover and then take its previous level of homeostasis, like that baseline neutral level, and continue to push it each and every time. And so now, however hard you worked out one time for like say a month or so, it doesn't feel that hard the next month you do it because you're just getting used to it. So you got to take advantage of the fact of that as well. So let me see. Is there anything else? He sent another message in Discord. We in the playoffs, just won our first game. We're moving to the second round. Continue to focus on the season. Don't switch shit up. Try to get your wins. And then afterwards, of course, reflect on the season. Reflect on your weaknesses. Don't try to get too far ahead of yourself. But I only play when we up by 15 or more, and I only touch the ball like 5 times. Out of those 5 times, I only hit 1 shot. So, of course, okay, since you're not playing as well, you can still focus on the skill work. Do skill work. Make sure you get your skill work in, because if you continue just to play a bunch of games and do no skill work, how are you supposed to get better? So once you're on the court, you can take advantage of that. It comes down to reps. As simple as that. You don't, like I said, you don't need 20 drills. You just need maybe 1 to 2, 3 that may just layer exactly what you need to improve. So say it's shooting, you do that for shooting. If it's ball handling, just dribble more. Like I be telling y'all as well, it's ball handling, you just dribble more. So like overall, if you need to be better at finishing, go ahead and do that. But I'll also say this though, whatever you're already naturally good at right now is what you need to work on right now. Enhance that to the point where you're a threat on that one skill. Instead of trying to say, okay, I'm solid at shooting right now, let me go get a better handle, get better at finishing. If you're already solid, better than most things at shooting, take your shooting to the fucking moon. Take that shit, you got to take that shit as far as you can get it. Push that shit full throttle now, so once you get on the court, you're a threat. Your coach puts you on the court, puts you on the floor because you're a threat. You're actually capable of doing something. And so, Euros, what's good? But like I said though, focus, get really good, get really sharp on something that you're naturally good at right now. That's what's gonna allow you to lead yourself to a point I could get playing time on the floor, and then teams will actually have to guard me. And once they take that one thing away is when you add other layers. I don't even think y'all realize that, right? Look, a lot of y'all be trying to add every single skill and throw every single move in your bag, right? But you're never a threat at one skill, though. The only time and the point in time as to what you should add in a new skill is once the skill that you've already gotten really good at, defenses start taking it away, right? Once they start taking away, for example, for Kobe, he didn't have the right hand floater at all times going right and left. He said, I got to learn how to use my left. They started taking away my right hand shot. Damn, I may have to shoot with my left hand sometimes. And so, like, he was just meticulous when it comes down to that. He only added layers once defenses started taking it away. So don't just add layers and add layers to shit as to which defenses won't take anything away from you. The point of layers is so that you could be able to play according to this one. And then once they take this out, you go to the next one behind that. And then you go to the one behind that. And then after that, usually it's just flow. You know, there's two, you can't really say, I know my 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th move. If that's, you really may not even come down to that. So you only got to add new shit to your bag once they take some shit away. Once you're a good enough threat to where the defense is like, oh, he shoots too good off the catch. All right, that's where I'm now going to get my pump fake, dribble, reload shot. You know, or say I got a really good hezzy pull-up, right? Oh, instead of just doing a regular hezzy pull-up, I'm going to add the hezzy into it. I'm going to learn how to get into the same movement, but now get into a goal and get into a drive. So, like, little things like that, it's like, okay, once they take that shit away, let me add this new thing in. So, that's the most important part. Y'all don't even be realizing that. Don't add layers pointlessly. Don't add shit for no reason. You got to add shit with a purpose. Shit that's actually going to help progress your game and allow you to improve. So, any of y'all got any more questions? We may get into this breakdown right now. We about 35 minutes live. Hold on. Let me pull up these clips. Boom. Got that. Hold on. Got all that. Let me get this posted on Instagram too. Right, quick. Let me find a good point as to which. Hold on. Hey, bro. Hey, Jaylen Brown left hand, bro. Hold on. I gotta talk about that shit. That shit was funny. People was trolling this man. It was trolling him. Crazy. Hold on. Boom. Give me 1 sec. Boom, boom, boom. Get that. Get that. Get that. Get that. Hold on. Give me 1 second. 1 second. We about to be done. About to be done with this upload. By the way, the NBA referees need to fucking chill out. Them niggas is dumb lame, bro. They dumb lame. Hold on. That should be aggravating me, bro. I really be watching games. It's like, yo, you called a tech on that shit? Y'all gonna see it early in the breakdown too. But what's good, Hanif? What's good, Hanif? During your junior year, did you know for sure you was making varsity, or did you show the coaches something to make them get you? Now I knew I was gonna make varsity my junior year. I knew I was gonna make varsity. How much playing time I got, that depended on how well I performed. I didn't play really over like 15 minutes a game or some shit my junior year, because we had a bunch of talent, but like our coach couldn't really put the pieces together and know how to use all the talent. So, and then like shit, like in terms of overall chemistry, they just threw everything off and learning how to let this player go and let that player go, but like favorites are played and shit like that. Put people left. It was goofy. I really like Shay's game. I'm gonna try to emulate his mid range through repetition. Only if his mid range, y'all gotta even understand this. You gotta be careful with people like Shay. You gotta be careful. Hold on. Let me explain why. You gotta be careful when it comes down to trying to pattern your game after a player like Shay, because how unorthodox he moves. A lot of y'all just don't have the level of coordination, level of footwork, and most importantly, mental creativity, the mental freedom to be able to get yourself into spots where, oh, this is not even a move I practice, but this is just some shit where I just got here and I just got out of it just because my instinct, one, and then two, my body is actually capable of getting in these positions to get me in and out of these spots. And so when it comes down to Shay doesn't have one move, two moves, three moves, four moves. He has every move because he knows how to move. And so if you want to be able to essentially emulate a player like Shay, you have to learn how to move. And then once you do that, you have to see, all right, how unorthodox does he go? When does he get into these certain stutters? What range does he now slow down and then try to get into these attacks? How choppy does he keep his feet at certain points in time? And so that's what you got to really kind of look at. And then also understand what he sees and why he's doing the things that he does. Because it's not just about the move that he's doing against the player in front of him. It's most importantly about the move that he's doing to the entire defense. A lot of y'all don't realize that. He's not just doing a move because, oh, this player has his foot right here, that foot is right there, and then boom, I'm doing. No, how about where that rim protector is on that weak side, right? How about where that rim protector is? Or if that guard on that weak side, I know he likes to get a lot of charges, or this help side defender, he likes to dig a lot. He averages like 2 steals a game. It's PG on that side or some shit. I don't want to go that way, right? So now I'm going to try to set myself up to get left, then boom, I'm going to get back right. So I avoid a PG. Or I'm going to bring up a certain player, then boom, ball screen happens. Boom, I'm getting straight to what I want to get to. And so it'd be little things like that. So that's the most important thing y'all got to understand. He's one of a kind. Yo, what's good, Avanos? Yeah, he is one of a kind. Mobility is unreal, insane. And that's a level of work and just focus in terms of like actually getting into the weight room, doing things off the court that allow you to thrive on the court. You know what I'm saying? That's what we get people. That's what gets tough and what gets people twisted. Lord and Savior Pat DOR. Yo, what's good? What's good? We about to get into some more gems though, bro. We got one hell of a breakdown that's about to transpire. We got one hell of a breakdown that's about to transpire. And so like I was talking about a little bit before, some of y'all even pulled up. The Jayson Tatum soft allegations. IQ said it before. I don't even know if he was here when I was talking about it. But it's not just allegations, it's truth. I'm about to show y'all why. And so in this game, if y'all just simply looked at the box score, it was evident whose night it was and evident whose night it wasn't. But it wasn't even just, oh, it's his night, he was hot, this player, he was cold. It comes down to a mental game. What's your approach looking like? What's your attacks looking like? And it's once you really begin to just filter how these players scored, how they when they were aggressive, it's just so clear. It's night and day between who's actually aggressive, who's really getting to their spots, who's not being soft, playing weak, and being passive. It's just so evident. It's so evident. Yeah, Lord and Savior is kind of crazy. Let me make sure I can see all chats, by the way. Yeah, boom, I got everything. So, boom, okay. Let me make sure I got that up. And so, fuck it, let's get started. Let me get some water once again, because I just got to stay hydrated. I low-key don't be staying hydrated enough. But also, let me turn this up a little bit. Hold on. Forgot this right quick. Of course, got to get that 44 hertz. Give me one sec. All right, boom, we good. So, boom, peep this. Off the rip. I think this is their first possession of the game, if I'm correct. First offensive possession from an offensive rebound. And now, notice Jaylen Brown coming through the middle right here. Now, what he's about to do here, concerned me to start. I was like, oh shit, they about to do this thing where they just chuck up a bunch of threes and they pass up open looks in the paint. But it wasn't quite that, because the way Jaylen Brown was able to stay aggressive throughout this entire game, I was like, okay, that's what I like. That's what I fuck with. Right? That's what I fuck with. So Jaylen Brown this game, extremely aggressive, was not seeking no three, got himself inside the arc. You got Tatum, who's one pass away, and now Tatum kick out right here. Shot occurs, boom, from that left slot. He gets a three to go down, wide open, end of the shot clock. Start the game off. That's a good way to build your rhythm. Not a good way to see shit go through. Get yourself settled in. Did you ever had a crazy hard practice where niggas was throwing up and shit? Yeah, I've had that a few times, but I just wasn't the person to throw up because, one, I did not eat no bullshit. Like, I wasn't out here just eating fucking Papa John's and McDonald's before practice and shit. Like, I wasn't going to get any of that stuff. I always usually pack my own food. And two, I actually worked out. Like, people just be going to practice and going home, eating what they want, doing all this other shit, not putting no work into the game, and just coming back to practice. And I was just like, bro, you're at least able to play decent, and you don't even put no work in. I don't give a fuck. In years' time, I'm going to surpass you. I'm going to surpass you. Even at the point I am right now. I'm 20, turning 21 this year. And I can guarantee you, I put more time into basketball and getting better than some players who play pro have. Some NBA players have. It's just the truth. Some people are just, boom, they just get straight to it. And some of the people who don't have that natural talent to be able to go out there and practice at the same level of the people who do just go out there and already have the talent, those are the people that you get who throw up. So that's to be the people who just be tired of shit, dog ass time. Like, bro, you don't even love the game for real, bro. You don't even be like, come on, bro. Once you really begin to realize motherfuckers don't really care. Like, it's so easy to outwork your competition. I don't even think y'all understand. It just comes down to consistency and discipline. That's all it is. Yo, what's good, Jason? What's good? Tragic loss for y'all last night. Or was it? No, 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago against the Clippers. Tragic, bro. I was watching that shit. I was like, yo, they up 20. And I was like, then you said some shit in Discord. I was like, shit, them motherfuckers lost. I don't know how y'all lost that shit. Clippers, I didn't watch the game, like I said, but I'm like, just, yo, how the fuck that happened? But let's start this right here, right? This is really where it's about. I'm really going to start talking about playing aggressive versus playing soft. And so, quick little intro. You got to understand this, right? Before you understand what it's like to play weak and to play soft, you must understand what it's like to play aggressive. And that's what we're about to see out of Jaylen Brown. And so, understand how Jaylen Brown is going to attack this entire game. Everything he's doing is inside the arc. Everything is meticulous. Everything is sharp. And matter of fact, he also beat the left-hand allegations, right? So just understand a possession like this. He gets this down here. Michael Porter Jr. also. But most importantly, this tween. Look at Michael Porter Jr.'s leg. Drops that back. Opens up that middle to lead to where people thought he can't go. Left. KCP, you see him on the elbow. But guess what? Tatum on the trail. He leaves. And now, add that left hand into his bag this summer. Gets his bucket. Look at his aggression going forward. You got to see us going forward. Hey, as a matter of fact, I forgot about this shit too. Look, I forgot about this too. Look, understand. He was so aggressive to a point. He done got a tech about 4 minutes into the game. This shit needs to stop. Like, I really don't get this. I got to go back. I really don't get this, right? Understand, right? You got Jaylen Brown, right? He hits this tween left hand float. Y'all thought he can't use his left hand. Look what he's about to do. Clap his hands. Look at the ref. What's his name? Tony Brothers tease him up. What reason? Nobody came to see Tony Brothers ugly. Nobody came to see him. I don't know why they decided to come here and show out and tee players up when they do something so basic as clap their hands and say something. But this is a game of competition. This is a sport. Of course there's going to be emotion. Of course they're going to say things loud that you may not like, just being a regular civilized human out there with a striped shirt on. Of course that's going to happen. The NBA's got to stop letting these motherfucking refs think the fans came to see them, because the refs on the floor, the refs not on the floor, they still making the same exact amount of money. They don't give a fuck. NBA, as a matter of fact, may even make more money when players make their own calls. Actually, that would be wild as shit. That would be insane. But that would be crazy. But yeah, they ain't come to see these motherfuckers, bro. They be doing too much. They done call like 2-3 texts. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this shit? Better not bring this shit to the playoffs, bro. They better not keep this shit in the game at all, even in the regular season. This shit is stupid. It's so dumb because, like, it's competition, right? The stupid thing about it is, right? You gotta understand, right? All these refs be giving out texts, but the dumbest thing about it all is the fact that it's competition, right? And the fact that it's competition, there's gonna be emotion behind it. It's like referees in the NBA think everybody should be like Mike Conley. They think everybody should just be all stoic, all just calm and chill and neutral the entire game and not say anything out of emotion. But players compete in different ways. And you can't try to penalize a player while they're in the midst of competition, while they're inside the lines, really playing the sport as to which is their life, is their job, is the game they love most importantly. Of course they're going to be emotional when you don't do something as to which they don't like. You know what I'm saying? When you don't make a call as to which they wanted. When you miss a call that you should have gotten. And so you can't take that to offense because you're the referee and you should be able to understand. You should be able to empathize with the player on the fact that you're playing in competition. You're playing in sport. And so since they don't do that, it's like, yo, you idiots. You're stupid. You know what I'm saying? So that should just be dumb. But even understand, like, Jaylen Brown. Let's go back to Jaylen Brown. Let's forget that stuff. I think they called another one on KP, but I don't even think I put that clip in here. But it's ridiculous. It's boring for the audience if you on G, bro. It would be so boring. Everybody in that bitch like Mike Conley, bro. Like even me myself, I'm more stoic on the court, if anything, like quiet, like a Mike Conley, if anything. But just because that's where I perform my best. Other players perform their best when they do have all that emotion riled up and they're able to express it in certain ways. And so some people just operate different. You know what I'm saying? Some people just operate different. And so even Pete this. Let's go back to Jaylen Brown. Remember, aggression. Jaylen Brown, Tatum playing soft. Let's get back right to that, all right? So Pete, Jaylen Brown staying aggressive. Off this made shot right here by Jamal Murray. Watch what Jaylen Brown about to do. Get down. They made a shot. It's damn near like transition because the defense is not back because they just made a shot. So we getting that down even faster, right? And right there, something so important right there. Something so important. And so especially in these transition situations, one of the things you can really leverage is utilizing a skip footwork. Because I was watching Allen Iverson the other day, and I was like, what does he do so often when he's attacking players with all his speed? He gets into these skips. Because what this skip will do to this defender right here, who's not even set while they're attacking you and they're going back, is going to break their rhythm so they can find their feet and be able to get back in front of you. And so now that's what Jaylen Brown's attack was all night. Everything to the rim. AG may even have 10 pounds on him or so, but he's still attacking him downhill. That's his mindset. That's what aggression looks like. Understand? Let's keep it going. And now once again, Jaylen Brown out this left corner. Understand? Aaron Gordon, he goes underneath. A lot of people at this point in time, they'll decide to flare out, play around the three-point line, and try to be able to get a three off. But what does he do? Curls right into the mid-range. I ain't playing at that three-point line. Everything inside the arc to the Baja. Catches this, pump fake. Closes up that gap a little more, Aaron Gordon. So now he gets right. Tatum shooter right there with White. Gets to the rim. Boom. Foul. He's taking everything to the rim. This is what aggression looks like. Stay with me on this. And I was talking about, what's good, Dominic? What's good, Alpha? What's good? Let's talk about Tatum for a second. Let's talk about Tatum for a second. Because to start the game, it did look like he was going to build his rhythm. So I want y'all to even understand this. So this play is extremely important into understanding Tatum's aggression going forward because the coverage that he gets in this action, right? You got screen right here to the middle. Jokic just dropped back. And now Tatum just ends up getting here again to this mid-range. And so I just want you to remember the fact that that's the only time they ran this drop. And that's the only time you end up really looking to score. So just keep that in mind. And now right here, let's talk about Kristaps for a second. I just got to throw some gems in every now and then. So let me go 0.5, right? You got Kristaps. Kristaps has Reggie Jackson on him right now. We all know that's a mismatch. But this is what makes a player like Kristaps so smart and intelligent, him being another European big. He now decides to seal once Jaylen Brown is actually in passing range and passing distance, right? So he turns, he seals, but most importantly, once he gets this catch, look at his pivot, right? This is what he's really good at doing. Keeping this pivot down, utilizing his steps to create angles so he doesn't even need to dribble and can just go over the top and just get his bucket. He does the same thing in the paint, and he does that on the perimeter. Because he's already just so tall, why put the ball on the ground and get it closer to the player who's in front of me? He's just leaving the ball vulnerable at that point. So that's just a smart attack and way to understand where he's comfortable and how he could be able to get his own shit off. Now right here by Tatum, like I said, it seemed like Tatum was going to have himself a night to start, especially like maybe in this first quarter, because it's like, oh, your first few jumpers you hit, right? Remember, he hit that first one, the very first play, he hit that first one, right? And so now Tatum comes off this screen right here, not Jokic, it's just Michael Porter Jr. It's a switch. He dropped back, pulls that now makes it 8 points in this first quarter for Tatum off 3 jumpers, right? Most importantly, 3 jumpers. Keep that in mind. And now this is where it really began to switch up. This is really where I began to question. I was like, okay, I've seen this once, I've seen this twice, but it's just like, not everything. It's just like, yo, this is where I really understood, like, he's soft. He's playing soft. What's the amount of viewers you ever gotten when live? I don't know, like 30? I don't be peeping. I just be flowing, bro. I just be flowing. I don't ever be peeping. I don't see it until like the end of my stream. But understand this. This is also a really important part. Another gem. Understand spacing. I really be looking at shit more than just the player in itself. And so I'm going to talk about the pick and roll first, and I'm going to talk about the adjustment on the play in itself. So now, Tatum's getting this step-up screen from Tillman. Denver is now going to switch up the coverage as to which they ran to start the game, and they're going to begin to hard hedge and blitz Tatum in these screens. And so he's going to now begin to do this, right? He's going to begin to probe, begin to look plays, but his gravity lies within himself being a scorer, right? Which is why that attack is all faulted. And even on a play like this, if you want to bring in gravity, understand why he wasn't able to just simply use his gravity on the outside. Understand who picked that pass off. Watson, right? And so Al Horford, what he ended up doing, let me go back a few more seconds, right? Understand. What Horford ended up doing is going from this right block, now he moves over to this left block. And now that blocks up this entire lane because it puts Watson out of position where once Tatum just throws this pass, Watson is in the middle of that passing lane. He could jump that. Whereas if you put Horford right here on this block, Tillman is catching that right there. He can't jump that. Maybe show from the right side, dribble, left-hand lay. But Horford low-key clogged this entire play up. And so now they go down and they get this too. But regardless, understand the fact of Tatum coming off these screens and not even seeking to score. And how he's going to continuously do so and go into these pick and rolls and not even seek to score. Because he's not even making the adjustments. He's not making no adjustments as well. What's today's analysis? Playing soft. Playing aggressive versus playing soft. I got another one right here for Tatum right here. Let's slow this down. I got to go 0.5, right? Understand, right? Look at all the moves Tatum is about to do and understand where they go, right? He catches this, boom, in and out, cross. That cross takes him out lateral. Boom, he now takes a spin move. That spin move takes him back out left around his defender. And now he does a low rip through, and that's when he finally seeks contact. That is why Jayson Tatum has not ascended into stardom yet. Because all the things that's within his bag is now oriented towards him taking advantage of the fact he's bigger than a lot of the people that guard him. That's one of the reasons. And until he decides to say, I'm going to use my size instead of trying to use moves all the time and get around players and decide to get through players, until he does that, he's still going to be at the same level where Tatum is soft. He's not a superstar. He's not like one of them ones. He's not the face of the league. And once he even decides to do that, once he decides to get through players instead of getting around them, that's when the Celtics are going to win a championship. I don't see him being the Nuggets with Jayson Tatum still going around players and still trying to do all this size up, hezzy, or like little pocket stuff. Like, I don't see that happening because he's got way too much of a size advantage, way too much, for him not to be aggressive inside the arc in the mid-range area. And so now let's look at what this is what it actually looks like. Too much finesse. Too much finesse. Too much finesse. I was about to say, I'll talk about this a little later at a different point in time, but the simplicity that lied within. Hold on, I even got to talk about this right quick. This just popped up into my brain, but the evolution of basketball hurt basketball, but helped it, because what it did to the players in past times, once you devolve it, essentially, once you go back to what players did before, they're doing less, and so now with them doing less, everything is simpler. They're getting straight to the shit that they got and the shit that really works. But too many players nowadays try to layer too much shit on top of each other, and now it makes them less efficient than they should be. So I just had to think that out right quick. I could have even gone 2-3 minutes into a tangent on that. How do you get through your defender instead of around? Essentially, not necessarily drop your shoulder, but more so seek the body. You know what I'm saying? Like, your moves have to be trying to get, like, actually get through them, force them to open up, force them to get back. Like, sometimes it could be the shoulder, some other times it's just, okay, I gotta force them to open up, so I'm attacking their hip, you know. So like, you have to have certain moves that are oriented to that, and so you're gonna see Jaylen Brown have those moves, but now you're gonna see Jayson Tatum not have those moves. And so understand this, right? Literally, this next play, this what it looks like to actually get through your defender on drives. Jaylen Brown got the switch right here on the right wing with Christian Brown. And so now you got Tillman right here clearing out. You got a strong side corner. Boom, right? So he doesn't have a lot of space at this point in time. But notice what Jaylen Brown does is that once he gets there, he goes through Christian Brown. Look, little things like this, right? This is what it's like to be aggressive and not be soft. You use the space that's available and you get through your defender. Gets left right here, gets wide a little bit, but says, oh shoot, I can't keep going out this wide. I got a strong side corner help. I got help down here. I'm going to go through Christian Brown. Get into that body, little extension of the arm. Christian Brown touches earth. Now I fade into my shot. That's aggression. That's called getting through your defender. That's not playing soft. The amount of travels NBA players get away with for just the highlights is crazy, man. But you got 3 refs. You got 3 refs. And if I'm slowing shit down, you're going to see a lot of travels. You're going to see them. But then when it's real speed, it's like, oh, I'm not going to just sit here and look at feet. There's too much shit to worry about. Like, you got 3 refs watching over 10 people. And the 10 people who, like, all doing a bunch of different things, you know what I'm saying? But depending on where they are on the floor, it may be 3 to 4. So, like, can I really focus on what's going on with the feet? If they're, like, bumping up top or some shit, like, there's certain other things you got to focus on. And I'm also pretty sure refs have certain things they're looking for before they go into games, because certain players do certain things. So they emphasize certain stuff. And so peep this as well. Now, this is literally just the epitome of aggression. Offensive rebound by Jaylen Brown. He doesn't even look to get the ball to the outside. Gets it straight to the rim, right? Boom, right there. Takes that, smokes it again, smokes it. Offensive rebound, persistence. Gets it back once again, stays underneath the rim, attacks. You do not see Jayson Tatum do this. You don't see Jayson Tatum play with this much force. And so I just want you to understand this distinction between the mindset of Jaylen Brown versus Jayson Tatum. Understand going forward. We're not done. Once again, Jaylen Brown getting this down in transition. Once again, so he could attack the rim while the defense is not set. And now notice Jamal Murray. At this point in time, Jamal Murray could either open up his base, flip it entirely, or he could decide to do this right here, which is slide his feet. And that's what it looks like to go through your defender and not try to go around him. His aggression, his ability to seek contact, leaps and bounds and years ahead of what Jayson Tatum is doing. Understand going forward. It's a consistent thing that's going to happen the entire game. would be way better if he was more aggressive. If he just decided to get through motherfuckers, bro. He got this. He has the size. He has the height. He play closer to the rim. And it's gonna open up the three. Like, I don't even think you understand that. It's gonna make all your threes easier. You're gonna be more efficient as a player if you just simply put more pressure on the rim. So now once you're on the three, not only do you have better rhythm, but you will have more space because people know you can score at the rim. It's gonna make everything easier. How you practice that? It boils down to, essentially, if we're just talking on a personal standpoint, on just an individual player standpoint, what's stopping you from being able to get through players and see contact? Is your base not strong enough? Are you not getting low enough? Are you not stable enough? Certain things like that, or are you not good at throwing your weight, being able to navigate your body? And so, say it's something like, oh, I'm not good at using my body and throwing my weight. Maybe I could start to do something like football. Maybe I do something like soccer. I just do things that force me to move different. And so now what that's going to allow me to do is get better at just finding and using my shoulders and pushing off a certain leg and reaching with a certain shoulder and just having overall control of my entire body. And so that's something as to which European players do have over U.S. players, is that they're able to control their body so much better because they don't have to rely on jumping in the air and doing all this bunch of shit with speed. Like, they know how to use more pounds of their body than U.S. players do. And so that's one thing is what you'll see a Jokic just be under control so much because he just knows how to use everything that he's got. Prince Şengün, he be doing the same shit. Luka, same shit. Like, they just know how to use all ounces, every single pound, every single gram of their body better than most U.S. players. So, because sometimes watch our being hard and watch our being hard and it's just off. Wait, you said how you think playing hard is a skill or mindset? It's both. It's both. I didn't peep your question before. I'll say it's both because mentally you have to tell yourself I'm going to attack, but if you don't have the bag and the skill set, like the actual physicals to be able to go and attack and be physical, you can't do it. So it all boils down back again to basketball being a 50-50 game. So Tatum, for example, I feel he has enough of a skill set to be able to be an aggressive player, to play hard, essentially, right? To play harder. Let me just not even say play harder, just play more aggressive, right? Play more aggressive. And so I feel as though he has enough of it, but he's gonna have to recalibrate and change some certain things of his game, certain moves in his bag, so that he could be able to be better with contact and just inside the arc, around the rim, and then trying to get through players instead of trying to be around players, trying to have too much finesse. And so, yeah, I think he could definitely do it now. It's just, I feel like you have to just push him to it. Like, Mazzulla has to push him. And I think for Tatum, like, I'm not gonna lie, this is where, like, for Tatum, his case, this is where the loss of Kobe really hurts. Because you even seen when Kobe was like training him his rookie year and working with him and giving him tips and pointers, he was talking about how you got to play in the mid-range, learning his fades and learn all this other stuff, right? To where now Tatum's at the point where I feel he's been oversaturated with knowledge, with people who tell him that you got to play the 3-point game. But if you have your idol per se tell you, okay, this is how I won, you got to do this, he's gonna override anything that anybody on that staff tells him and do what, say, Kobe would have told him to do. I think that's where, like, say, Kobe was really missed in this generation, because he'll teach players you can't just keep shooting threes. He'll teach them, he'll tell them these fundamentals, and they'll all listen because he's done it, and he's done it so, like, you see his career, you know. So, like, for someone like Tatum, I don't even know if he got the people in his ear to tell him to be able to, oh, go do this, do that, boom, make sure you, like, I don't even know if he got that right now. Yo, what's good, David? What's good? So I wish he was like even like an MJ, but MJ don't even be in this field at all. So it's like, I don't even know. Like, it'd be tough. I wonder who could even be able to get into his ear and he would actually listen and begin to do that. So unless it's the coach, but Mazzulla's already proven that he just want to shoot threes. So it's already gonna be tough as it is. So. But peep this once again. Peep this, Jaylen Brown, aggression. Look, offensive rebound. And notice Jaylen Brown's focus as soon as he gets this catch. Turns, Watson, post up. I'm not looking to pass this out at all. I don't care. We got Hauser out here, Pritchard out here. Nope. Post up, mismatch. I got the size. Drop that shoulder a little bit, turn that angle, right? And y'all got to even understand the little paces within that allowed that to occur. Understand. Be the simple things. Be the simple things. Something super subtle. Where he gets here, takes a little slow of a dribble, drops that shoulder right there, gets even lower than what Watson is, and now boom, he angles that shoulder towards that rim and just aggressive once again with that left hand. Like y'all said, he don't got, but he low key do got it. And now understand, you'll be a good coach for real. Hey, I coach to my own extent right now. But even peep this. So we've seen all the times Jaylen Brown was aggressive thus far in the game. And now this is the time as to which you'll begin to seek threes and not what Tatum is going to do later on. So now White screen on the Jaylen Brown. They drop back under and switch. And look at Christian Brown. He's playing him, already scared about his drive because he done scored so many times by getting into the paint. So what does Brown have now? Pull up over the top. Way less of a hand instead of taking contested threes. That's how you now begin to take the threes, and it's going to make you more efficient. And now let's get to Tatum. Look. And now at this point in the game is where I really began to see that Jayson Tatum's game has thus far been solved by the players he decides to attack. At this point right now, he's got Reggie Jackson on him. Go in the post. What are you doing? Fuck the set that we decided to run. You match up with Reggie Jackson right now. Stop right here. Clear Drew Holiday out. Get the ball in the post. Go score. But no, what do they end up doing? All right, let's continue to run this set. Let's not break a play. Let me be a robot. Set this back screen. And now what do we get out of this action? Turnover, right? Instead of just taking advantage of what we got, right? And understand, this next play further proved that same point. And the rest of the game is going to continue to do so. Because now, what does he decide to do? He's seeking a switch with Michael Porter Jr. If you wanted to get to the rim, who would you rather decide to get to the rim on? Michael Porter Jr. or Reggie Jackson? Reggie Jackson. And now Michael Porter Jr. being on the perimeter at this point in time, what Tatum wants to do is utilize the fact that he is not fast on his feet and he'll fall for his twitches so he can be able to do this right here. Get into his step backs and his pull-ups. That's only going to hurt Boston, especially in the playoffs, if you have your best player only seeking to play around the line and not inside the paint and take the buckets that you could get at any point in time. Now let's peep this with Jaylen Brown. We're going to be going back and forth now, back and forth between the two. And like I said before, it's evident the different ways as to which they're being aggressive and the different times they're also doing so. So understand this. Once again, we got Boston in transition. Jaylen Brown, most importantly, understand the clock and understand what's going on right here. Bonus time. When it's bonus time, it's also drive time. Any sort of contact gets me to the free throw line, which is why anytime you see that bonus, you got to go and attack. Which is why also as a player, you just got to be aware of what's going on the floor. Bro, it'd be tough to watch Boston, bro, because some nights it's like, yo, they're so good, they're hitting threes. Other nights it's like, oh, they can't hit a shot, and then you got everyone's three-point hunted, and nobody's playing inside the key, like nobody's really a paint threat. Like they don't have one paint out like a dominant paint player, but if you combine the amount of size they have across the board, you will always have a threat because you'll have a mismatch. But they don't see it that way every single time. They don't. And so what ends up happening is that you got all Jaylen Brown, who's going to have a small guard on him. Tatum or Porzingis may have a small player on him. But none of them decide to actually go and play inside the paint except for Jaylen Brown and Porzingis as well at times. But Tatum is the most important one. He's going to be the one that unlocks everything. Because if Tatum just played inside the arc and say Jaylen Brown did it, that's going to change a lot. That would change a lot because the teams put Tatum number one on that scouting report over Jaylen Brown. So it'll change shit a lot. But peep this too. Let's continue to further prove my point. Look, understand. This what it looks like to play soft. Jayson Tatum gets to switch on to Jamal Murray, right? He gets in the post this first time. And now what ends up happening right now, Jokic comes over, dribbles, boom, he turns it over. The first time on the set. Understand what happens the second time. Same exact set, next time down, switch to Jamal Murray. Where does he decide to catch it? I don't want to get my back torn towards the rim. I'm going to decide to go to the corner, face up, despite the fact I'm 6'10", probably 220 to 225, and Murray is 6'4", 6'3", 200. maybe less. And so now what am I going to decide to do? Try to play in my bag, get finessed, turn my back, do my half spins. Got nothing, can't cook shit up. And now what do I try to do? Force something when I got nothing. But what you do have is the paint, is playing inside the arc, attacking the rim. But he doesn't do it. He doesn't do it. And until he does do it, they not going to win no chip. By the way, they called an offensive foul on that shit too. They called an offensive foul. If you didn't see that ref in the background go like these. Called offensive foul. Look, understand. Easiest way to be aggressive, getting out in transition. You got Jaylen Brown constantly. At this point in time, you just got to understand. He not even thinking about the three-point line. Everybody just worried about him getting into the paint because the way he establishes dominance inside to start the game. And so Aaron Gordon right here backpedaling in and outs to break that rhythm, right? Understand. That's the most important part in transition. If you want to stop players from being able to time up a charge, be able to time up a block, break up your steps in this range right around the three-point line, because now defenders are going to begin to not understand where they need to move. And now it's going to set up this next move, veer step to the body, lay with the right, boom, give me another bucket. He's aggressive. If Tatum was this aggressive, they win in everything. Even peep that. I don't even know why he fell. I don't know how much he got hit, but fuck it. Regardless though, aggression. Let's see how much he even got hit on this play though. Look, even though right here, Jokic little elbow on the step through, he fall down. Even though he fell down now, it doesn't mean he can't get back up and understand what he about to do, right? They still getting back. Jaylen Brown, what he doing? He already getting down the floor. He ready to go and attack again on Aaron Gordon. Meanwhile, Jayson Tatum's got KCP on him. Primary matchup. He don't even care if he got Aaron Gordon. He know he can take it to the rim. This is a mindset thing as to which Tatum don't even got. And so now, you got Jamal Murray once again. Size mismatch all day. But guess what? Let's set this screen right here, and this is going to show you this one thing, right? Is that he doesn't want to attack Murray. He just wants to use his gravity to get the ball to the person, whoever's going to pop, because they're going to show on this. And now what does this lead to? A turnover. Understand what's going to happen every single time he does that going forward. Now they get this too. This shit is crazy. It just becomes so evident. It's just too evident. It's ridiculous. And even on this, let me talk about this one concept as well, right? When aggression becomes a mindset thing, whether you're aggressive or soft, understand the law of intention. Opportunities like this will really only arise where you just get an easy back door if your mind is focused on how can I be able to get to the rim. You'll see these gaps, and instead of trying to hover yourself around a three-point line, you're seeking everything that's there, and then you're going to be able to get those opportunities because your intention. Same concept applies in life. Whatever you put your focus on is what you're also going to produce. So now, boom, he gets that lay. And I really want y'all to also think back to this, right? If you don't think that concept is true, think back to all the times as to which you're scared and you feared something was going to happen. What happened? Exactly what you feared. And now how about the times, if there are any times at all, as to which you decide to put your mind on great shit happening, right? You playing your best. And you just focused on that. What ends up happening? You do something great, right? You do good, right? It's the intention that you put things to, the focus that you put things to. And so now the universe, what God will now do is give you exactly those opportunities which you put your mind to. Because it's not even just that. Once you put your mind to something, what's next gonna follow is your action, right? Understand, this is a concept I got from one of my books up there. Understand, thoughts lead to feelings, feelings lead to actions, actions lead to results. When you put your mind to something, it changes the thought patterns you have. Now it changes the feelings that you get according to those thoughts. Now it changes the action that you partake in. And now the result that you get is exactly of what you got when you started. Exactly what you focused on. So it just be little shit like that to where you got to understand, you got to work in these laws, even of the universe, in the game of basketball. Because I even see sports not just being somewhere to compete and just have fun. It's really just a teacher of life. It teaches you so much shit from ways beyond just how do I shoot this shot and how do I do this. Y'all got to begin to take the mental aspect and understand all the things this game is trying to teach me about life as a whole and not just the game that I'm playing. You should break down more college and high school. I need to. High school, the thing is full game film, and then college, I'm about to get into March Madness. We locked in. I know college. I know I got to get that for college. But now peep this. Remember what I was saying. This is one of the plays that Twitch was like, okay, this is solid. But I'm pretty sure they ran this play like 3-4 times. Right here. Right? You're about to see Boston continuously run this little set where they get this cross screen and whatnot. Tatum ends up getting a switch up here at the top. And this is one of the very few times he was actually able to do something good off of this action. Is that now you got Kristaps Porzingis slipping out, Jokic on the show, and notice where Tatum is about to go, right? He goes left and gets inside the arc because now what he's doing, bringing Jokic further down, shaking Kristaps up, and also KCP bringing him down as well. And so now he throws that pass there. Kristaps is just too tall. He gets that shot. Since he used the gravity inside the arc and wasn't trying to go around the arc and just bullshit, he was actually able to produce something good. Yo, what's good? What's good, Passer? But once again, these little things. Little things. I'm telling you, even in the half court, understand. When Jaylen Brown, right? Hold on, let me go back. Let me get some water as well. Now, understand this. When Jayson Tatum got those coverages, he got doubled. Jaylen Brown got the same coverages, right? He's about to get doubled. What does Jaylen Brown think in this situation, right? Instead of me just going into this double team, I'm going to be aggressive. I go away from this double team. And I'm also seeking contact because Gordon steps out here, get through that hip, force you to open up. And now he's about to do exactly what you saw, what y'all said he can't, right? Gets left, gets to the stop. You said he can't use his left? Watch this next move. Boom, tween, cuff pickup right there. 1-2, lay through contact. He defeated the left-handed allegations 1, and his level of aggression has also went up 2. And if Tatum applies that same shit, they win in the chip. If not, they not. You should do a Zion analysis, driving to the paint and being aggressive. If Zion really start, is Zion locked in right now for real? Because I really like to boil down like strategic attacks, you know what I'm saying? Playing off of IQ instead of actually just trying to say how he did something because of the talent level that he has and his athleticism. Because y'all can't replicate that. If I just showed you how he's able to get through these certain things because his size and his athleticism, y'all probably won't get better and learn much off that breakdown, you know? And so like, it'll be tough for me to be able to show things unless he's really playing like methodical, you know what I'm saying? Playing strategically. Yo, what's good, Cole? You must have got that left in the summer. Indeed, because it was the allegations. You know what I'm saying? What people were saying, going stupid, going dummy. Which is why he even did that little left hand dunk. You know. That's why some players like Wemby. It's hard for me to be able to break down Wemby a bunch. Not even because like a whole bunch of players, people be talking about Wemby all the time, but because he's 7'3", 7'4". Some of the shit that he does, y'all cannot replicate. And my videos are based on the fact of how could I improve y'all's IQ and not show y'all a bunch of shit that people do off just talent and just, you know what I'm saying, raw talent, you know? So, like, I can't tell you how to block a shot like Wemby does. The motherfucker's 7'3", 8-foot wingspan. I can't tell you how to be able to dig and be able to play and help when this motherfucker is 7'3", 8-foot wingspan. So he digging twice the distance as to what y'all could dig. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's taking certain shots y'all can't take, but he's taking them because the size discrepancy. Y'all won't have the same size discrepancy when y'all go up against certain matchups. Unless you out here fucking 16 playing against 10-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Like that, then I'll do a Wemby breakdown if y'all out here doing motherfuckers that dirty. If y'all out here motherfuckers 16 playing down at AAU and shit, and now you could take those Wemby shots. You could get those Wemby blocks. Like, you'll have to take that whole ratio and then just water that shit down to a teenager, bro, which is ridiculous. Speaking of Wemby, I heard his brother was nice, or his brother low key going off right now. The Wembenyamas may take over the NBA. The Wembenyamas may take over the NBA. But now let's go back to this play I was talking about though. Let's go back to this play right quick. So peep this though, right? Understand. Now this set once again, Tatum already got a mismatch with KCP. He already got way over on the size advantage. Right, but
Fun guy, what's up, baby?
What it do, baby?
Hey, appreciate that sub. Appreciate that
know.
sub. By the way, if any of y'all are not sub, make sure y'all subscribe already. Make sure y'all subscribe. 70% of y'all don't be subscribed. By the way, it's about 70%. So, I heard about little brother too. Yeah, but peep this though. Let's go back. Let's lock in again. So understand, right? This same set, right? Tatum, boom, he gets a switch on the Murray. get in the paint right now, but he's not going to. He's going to do the same pick and roll where he's not even seeking to score. He's just trying to pull gravity and get the ball to somebody else. And now you see KP open here on the slip. But who do you must read in the situation knowing they're going to double? This weak side. Tatum, he don't read that weak side. Turnover. Could have either been as simple as you attack Jamal Murray. Let me catch this at the free throw line. I attack Jamal Murray, clear out the way. You know, that's the simplest way you could do so. And even in this situation, you don't even know what to read. He missed AG right here, boom, steal. Got to even know what to read. If you're going to look to pass, at least know what to read, right? If you're going to look to pass, at least know what to read. You ain't know what to read either. Let's go back to Jaylen Brown. Let's go back to Jaylen Brown. Peep this. Jaylen Brown on the contest. They miss. Luckily, they got the rebound, and they get an offensive rebound. But he's going to be able to, instead of running to the lane, to the three-point line, what is Jaylen Brown going to do? Guess what? Guess what you're about to do? Inside the arc, playing in the paint, right? He's got KCP right here. Catch at the elbow. I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to settle. And if Jayson Tatum or Jaylen Brown can take advantage of this, Jayson Tatum can as well. At the elbow right here, gets into space, forces a swipe on the arm. You seen that foul going to the free throw line. Right back to Jayson Tatum. They run and guess what? Oh, the same set for what? The same switch where you should have already just go and attack Jamal Murray right there and then, right? Get into the mid-range. But guess what? Catches this, and you could already guess what's about to happen. You just look at history's past. You've seen what happened previously. You could already guess what's going to happen. Boom, they showed two. Tatum ended up going right, and now what happens? Guess what? Another turnover. Oh, I couldn't have guessed that. But this happened about 3 times already. And yet they don't even want to take advantage of the mismatch. This is soft basketball. Whether that's Tatum in himself saying, I don't want to get there, I'm uncomfortable, or Bazula and their coaching staff just being ignorant and naive and unknowledgeable of the fact that Tatum is the key to your success. Tatum playing inside the arc is the key to your success. If you don't get Tatum inside the arc, if you don't allow him to be a threat at all levels and all ways, y'all not going to be able to get far. They just not. This is, bro, you know how far into the game we is at this point? This shit is ridiculous. This shit is crazy, right? You understand? We so far into the game, bro. So far into the game. So far into the game. We got 7:30 left into the third quarter. We did not see him attack into the paint at all, right? Maybe once. I don't know. Maybe he did once, if I just forget. But now, this is what Tatum must do. This is what Tatum must do here, right? You get this catch over here on this wing, right? Literally from the last possession you just had. And this has to be your mentality. You get low, use that triple threat game because nobody really could guard his jab. Y'all see Tatum use his jab. That shit damn near be unguardable, right? Just be so tough to guard because the length he has, the speed that he has, once he gets that foot out wide, shows that ball, they biting on that every time. Whole lane going to that left side. And now shoulder down through contact lays. He has a skill. It's just the mind. That's all it is. It's just the mind and the approaches, the attacks he decides to get into. And now understand here too. Block right there by KP. Guess who's coming to get the ball? We should already know what Jaylen Brown gonna do. We should already know what Jaylen Brown gonna do. He not gonna play nothing around this 3-point line. He taking it inside the arc. I can't get to the rim. He drop back. Guess what I take? What? Midi. Guess what? Who's not gonna take that? Tatum. Because what? Probably tell him to shoot too many damn threes. Tell him to play too far perimeter oriented. Let him get into that mid range. He's gonna be unguardable. Now let's get back to this. This is a gem right here by Jaylen Brown. This is a gem right here by Jaylen Brown. I got a better angle after the second one. That's going to show you exactly how he even got this. Look at Jokic. He's stupid too. He's dumb mad off that call. But peep this. Understand. Understand this from this angle. Let me even move this to the other side. Move that. Right there. But peep this, right? Look. Right here. Look at Jaylen Brown. He catches. He stops here for a second. And watch Jokic, right? Watch Jokic. What does he do? He also stops. And what that allows Jaylen Brown to have is now this lane going right while Aaron Gordon, right? Understand. Right here from the top. While Aaron Gordon right here also stopped while he stopped and left that lane for Jaylen Brown to go right. And so he eliminated all the help defense, and now he's able to get right, get the bump, and get the foul, and get to the line. Aggression. He's not even thinking about the three-point line once again. So little changes of pace, like I was saying before too. right? Like kind of like how we did in those first few plays, like the AI one I was talking about. You get around the 3-point line, you get super choppy with it. Similar thing. You just got it off the catch, off the triple threat. Waited for Jokic to just literally got to stop. Jokic stopped, left the lane open. Gordon stopped, left the lane open. Jaylen Brown gets there, takes that lane. Little things like that. Way too far. They take that shit, bro. They take that shit to goddamn cross the world and back, bro. This shit is ridiculous. And so now, this is how Tatum should have attacked this matchup at all times. Because Tatum had KCP, right? You get these mid-range catches, these elbow catches, keep it this simple. Jab shot over the top. And Tatum's what, 6'10"? You're going to get those a lot, right? And understand, oh, that was one play. They weren't matched up. He gets us right back once again, right? And you just have to simply be aggressive, right? You just have to be physical and open up to these situations, right? So now what happens? KCP tries to jump that. Jaylen Brown gets it, and this is the most important part of the play, is that even though you know you got your defender beat, they try to jump the play. What does Jaylen Brown now do? Understand that I got help coming over from everywhere because the whole defense knows he's beat. Watson stepping over, Jokic stepping over, Jackson also stepping over. So I hit Tillman. Tillman forces Jackson to come all the way over, and now Hauser in the corner, he gets the shot. Patience in these situations are vital. And now here too, let's talk about Jaylen Brown. Aggression, bro. Hold on. I love these little plays. What is this at? 0.67? Boom, let's go right here. 0.67, right? Understand. Look, right? Look at Joe Mazzulla. He's calling out a play right now, right? But this is what a real player does, right? Even though when they coach call the play, he understands the angles that they got as a player, and they take advantage of those angles. Fuck what he said. I got my lane going right. I'm aggressive to the rim, and now, boom, I get this too. That's how you're actually able to stack up points. That's how you stack up points. Not by running everything the coach says and just being a robot and trying to score in ways as to which they see fit. You score ways into which you see fit because you're the one on the floor. If you see an opportunity to attack, go and attack. If you don't see an opportunity to attack within the play, just continue to run the play. Simple as that. But you got to always continuously seek gaps despite if there's a play call or not. And now right here. This is only one of the things as to which Jaylen Brown could have done better. But this is just having like late quarter, late game situation IQ. You know what I'm saying? Just having that level of IQ. So I want y'all to even understand this. This is very important. So at the end of quarters, now the NBA has the last 2 minutes. If there's 2 fouls, you get into the bonus, right? And so now you got Christian Brown right here. Guess what ends up happening? About 13 seconds left. They call their first foul. Boston's not in the bonus, by the way, right? They're not in the bonus. But that one foul right there puts them in the bonus. And so now this last attack that you get by Jaylen Brown, your mindset has now got to shift to, if I get any sort of foul, I'm going to the free throw line. But you also got to understand, Boston lost the game by 6. Jaylen Brown went 7 of 13 from the free throw line. He was playing shitty, but that's unacceptable. And regardless, you still got to continuously seek to get to the free throw line. And so here, instead of trying to say, let me get this switch, right? Or boom, let me get this one right back right here. Let me get Christian Brown and isolate at the top. And now he's about to do something as to which is a characteristic and habit of Tatum. Let me turn this down right quick. Right? Little habit of Jayson Tatum. Right? Little boom, sidestep, settle from 3. He could have got it 2. Could have got to the free throw line or something better than that. Just you got to understand, if I get any sort of foul call, I'm going to the line. You know what I'm saying? It'll go a long way. And not until this fourth quarter did they actually do something about this shit right here. So it was about time. It was about time somebody did something, but too little, too late. And there's still more room to improve because you could see he's not comfortable being so aggressive. But you'll see once I go through the rest of this quarter, right? So understand, fourth quarter now begins. Tatum in the game, and they're finally about to do what I've been saying they should have done from the start and should do forever and always, which is actually get Tatum inside the arc and get him looks, right? Gets that first foul call right there. Now notice what happens this next possession. You got Watson on you, right? You got these smaller wing players on you. You catch in the mid-range. Stop settling for 3s, settling for pick and rolls. And notice what he's about to do. This is where he's really a threat, right? Notice. He faces up. Remember what I said before, his jab. Jab right there. That first jab was just to see, how are you reacting to this jab, right? How are you reacting to this? The second one, same exact movement. Now I'm just ripping through. because I know you're not jumping out to take that away, and I have space along this baseline. So I get here, and despite the fact I might have stepped out of bounds right there, the ref not worried about that, I'm getting straight to this 2. And that's how she should have been able to accumulate his points throughout this game. You give Tatum 25 this game, they win. 25-30, they win. But he had 15. 15, bro. I seen that shit, I was like, yo, what the fuck? That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. And now peep here. This is just understanding, right? You can even understand this, right? You could tell when a player is soft depending on what type of matchups they want to get and attacking isolations. And so now Tatum, he has Watson. You already got a size mismatch. You already like 5 inches taller, 20 pounds heavier. You already got all that. But what does he decide to do? All right, let me get the screen by Tillman. And now I get a switch on to Najee Marshall. Why would I get that switch? So I could just be able to do this right here. Instead of trying to use my size, be physical, and not play soft, I want to play soft and settle for threes. And now I take that over the top, boom, miss. And that lack of aggression has now caused us the game. 41. Brown had 41. He made 2 threes. By the way, I don't even know if I mentioned that. He had 41 and made 2 threes, bro. Come on, bro. That's a different aggression right there. That's different aggression right there. I don't even know if I should have talked about that shit more. Should have talked about that more. He was not playing no games. Not playing no games. And that's why people even at times will say Brown is better than Tatum, because he's actually trying to get to the rack. He's trying to get to the Baja. But even understand after that shot. Understand after this, right? But Tatum did mature off that one shot, right? Let me not just leave like that. He did learn, because seeing that he just settled for a 3, offensive rebound, same matchup, I'm going to do exactly what I should do, which is if I have a big man on me, I'm not going to try to get into the mid-range and use my footwork there. I'm going to take it to the perimeter face up and use my step. But now he is now hyper-focused on the fact of I need to drive. And by doing so, it leads him here straight into help, not being able to see the fact I brought in 2 more defenders and missing an opportunity as to it should not have been all the way take it to the rim, get a lay. But also right here with Watson. Tatum sold. He did sell. I want to talk about this with Watson. Watson, understand. I forgot to say this. I didn't forget to say this. This is a completely different play. Or like a completely different perspective. I be seeing multiple things going on at once. So understand this, right? Hey, you'll love to have a young player like this. Notice Watson switches on to Tillman, right? And at this point in time, Tatum's now going to work. And what ends up happening, Tatum right here, boom, on the shot. Notice Watson and Horford down here on this baseline, right? Boom, he boxes out. Or no, Tillman gets the rebound, right? But understand now, though, right? This is where that young player maturity comes in. Is that now once Tatum gets into another attack, he leaves, gets this block, and he's not going to sit here and celebrate and forget what he did before. What he's going to do now, raise his hand, that's all me. That offensive rebound is on me. They shouldn't even have another shot. They shouldn't have 3 shots this possession. They should have had only 1 if I took away that offensive rebound opportunity. That's maturity. That's maturity. Those are young guys as to what you know they actually develop and actually build in their mental. Is this the same next possession? This is the same possession. Regardless though, right? Understand. Repeat this with Tatum. This is the aggression that needs to be had the entire time. Same situation with Najee Marshall, close on this corner, right? Don't got a lot of space, but now since I'm faced up, I'm gonna use my speed, right? Gets low, boom, little off arm, gets around to the rim. Despite missing this lay, which would have been stupid tough, the aggression. You just gotta understand the mindset. That's what he's gotta have all game. But he's just got to also get more comfortable with it and not really put himself in positions to where I got to do all this MJ shit around the rim. I got to develop a bag and develop a level of just comfort, right? In terms of just getting high repetitions, just being around the rim, being ultra aggressive and seeking contact. And now Jaylen Brown, once again, right? And let me talk about this. Right quick, right? Remember how Jayson Tatum, I be switching up their names, all this fucking J's and shit, bro. This shit be tripping me up. All these J's, Jayson Tatum taking all these J's and shit, bro. This shit fucking me up. Damn, too many damn J's, bro. But peep this, right? So you seen Jayson Tatum have Najee Marshall on him, and he took that boom, sidestep three or pull up, whatever, right? Jaylen Brown now gets Najee Marshall, right? And so you may think, oh, do the same shit. You just want to shoot over the top. But what Jaylen Brown is now going to do is use the fact that he can shoot to get himself to the rim instead of settling for that shot. And so now he gets into the paint, boom, and now he gets a foul, gets to the free throw line. If you have that level of, if Tatum had that level of aggression, game is completely different, right? Game is completely different. Their team is completely different. Their seasons are completely different. That one step that they must take to get over that hump is just that. Now, Tatum must apply that same principle, the same concept to his attacks as well, and not settle for anything and just continuously get what you want and not what the defense wants to give you, right? And what you want should be get into the rim, get into the paint. Brace the contact, indeed. That move was tough. That move was dummy tough. I ain't gonna lie. I can't cap. By the way, I really am low-key a Jayson Tatum fan, if anything. Because when he first got into the league, he was one of the players I looked at and was like, yo, I really fuck with his game. But he's smooth, he cool. But if anything, by the way, this is not out of, oh, I hate Jayson Tatum, I don't like this dude, or he don't like this team, he don't like this player. This is just me being passionate for certain things when I could see somebody being even greater. Never hate on any of these players in the league, especially. Never. It's just always to learn, by the way. So peep this though, right? Look. Tatum now gets the switch right here at Gordon. Boom. That was tough. A tough-ass misdirection. And now guess what Jaylen Brown is going to take? He's going to finally end up taking a three off the catch when his man stepped over and helped. That's not settling. That's a good shot. Great attack, great shot. And now let's talk about this. Hold on. I ain't gonna lie. Let's talk about this right quick. Right? Hey, bro. Understand. You really know when you unguardable when teams start guarding you disrespectfully. Remember how they was doing Harden back in like 2018 where they was guarding him from his ass, right, from behind and shit? Look what they about to do here with Jokic. First you had to match up with Holiday. Now you switch on to Pritchard, right? And now this is like, okay, when you gonna send help? Are you gonna send help? No, they not sending no help. Bro, this is just disrespectful, bro. And of course he's going to be able to get to his bucket. Like, they just be trying shit out of nowhere that's just not going to work. And just hoping that it's some shit that's going to work. Because everything you tried before is just not working. You just got to understand the fact that some players might just damn near be unguardable. And it's just all about making shit tough. That shit's not going to make it tough. And I'll peep this. This is not necessarily anything. This is aggression, but this is a little different standpoint. So understand, right? Tatum gets this catch right here, right? Boom. He's getting into his attack, throws this to Peyton Pritchard, but now bad pass. He could even utilize and capitalize really off the fact of he got into the paint, right? And so this is exactly why instead of trying to face up with these smaller players, Tatum just catches at the elbow. Because say for example, he catches at the elbow. Triple threat. Murray already has to step in and be in help. He doesn't really have to pull over, right? And on top of that, Tatum doesn't have to throw a pass like this across his body. If Tatum is already set right here at this elbow, you got Holiday already spaced out on this other side. Murray's already over in help, and so this pass is going to be much easier. It's because you're one pass away or one dribble away from being at the rim, 1 to 2 dribbles, and you already have the advantage. So that's how they're going to also guard you. They're going to try to take that shit away first. So now these passes that'll be here to Pritchard, it's not going to be out of his pocket to where he can't do shit with it. Make him dribble as much as you can until help comes over. It's not Payne Pritchard's fault. Hold on. What you saying? Which play? Oh, this? Oh, you talking about this play. Make him dribble as much as you can to help. Yeah, I'm not saying that's Peyton Pritchard's fault. I'm saying that's like the coach. Because I'm pretty sure what they began to do, right? Yeah, Peyton Pritchard on Jokic. It's not on Peyton Pritchard. This is on Missoula or whoever decided to put a game plan where we have a guard. Because understand from the top of the play, I wasn't putting the blame on Pritchard. Like the help has got to come. You know what I'm saying? Peyton Pritchard's doing what he does. He's got to do what he do. So Holiday's on Jokic right now. And so whatever game plan they instituted after switching KP off of Jokic is just the guards him, and then they try to stack the paint maybe. And so I guess Missoula probably, whatever defense it is, because they're not calling for nothing. So that's Missoula, that's the coaching staff saying, okay, let's just guard them one-on-one and then try to, like, you know what I'm saying? But now they got this switch, and it's like, oh, we're not doing nothing. That's on coach. That's on coach. Oh, my bad. I was like, oh, let's talking about some other shit. Hey, CZ, appreciate the support though. Appreciate the support. Oh, y'all, make sure y'all sub up. By the way, make sure y'all all sub up. But here with Jaylen Brown, remember I told y'all, he got a left hand, right? But Jaylen Brown's problem is not that. A lot of y'all may think it, but it's not. So even understand this, right? A lot of y'all think Jaylen Brown's problem is using his left hand. It's not that. It's this. Understand what lies within this play and the next play. He gets here to his left side. You got Murray stepping over. He's scanning the floor. Boom, he ends up turning over, ball out of bounds. That's third quarter, right? And now what ends up happening here, right? This is exactly what we would see out of Jaylen Brown when he played against Miami, right? Is that what happened when he got the ball is that Holiday would cut through, bodies are shown. And now Jaylen Brown is trying to read these bodies, but in doing so, he's now going to look like this. His handle is going to look super light, super loose, not strong dribble. And so what's going to end up happening is that he loses any opportunity he had. 1.6 on the shot clock, he has to settle. It's not the fact that he can't go left. It's more so the fact of he's getting too narrow focused when he sees bodies and losing aggression and losing protection of the ball while he has it in these situations. And so he can't allow himself just to let his guard down while defenders are pressuring up or while they're showing a certain style of defense. And that's just something you kind of may just have to get over. You know what I'm saying? Like, be in these situations, make sure that dribble stays strong. Make sure that dribble is tight, you know what I'm saying, on a string while you do see these bodies and you have to read the floor. So, especially now, that's the same shit you'll see happen in a couple years, or last year in the playoffs. But once again, let's go back to Jayson Tatum. Let's go back. Let's go back. Now, even in the fourth quarter, where you done had success attacking the rim, you got good looks, put pressure on the defense. What do they now decide to do, right? Screen by Holiday, bring up Jokic, so now you can just throw it to Drew Holiday on the pop for him to take this shot. I don't care if that's wide open. That was a break anyways, but I know you could get a 10 times better look if you told Tatum to get inside the arc and get in the paint. Jokic ended up getting called for a tech right here. He infuriated. He got a tech for this, but let's talk about Jaylen Brown. It's just crazy. I gotta go see it. All right, I'll catch you though. We about to be done. You stay around like 3 minutes. We're gonna be done. But peep this though, right? Right back. Jaylen Brown from first quarter to fourth quarter. Aggression. Gets that rebound right there. Gets down the floor. And he not even think about no pull-up three. Because the only thing I want to do, get to the rim, put pressure on the defense, and actually get a bucket. Boom, right here. Veer step to that middle. And one, get the bucket and the free throw. But now, like I said, though, it's unacceptable the fact that he did shoot about 7 for 13 from the free throw line. That's the unacceptable part. They lost by 6. I know it's not, they go to overtime, he hits all those. No, it's a different game, but you can't leave that many points up on the board. That's too many. And you got to get at least to 80%, especially like a player like him, a wing player, 80-85% at least. But he's shooting what, like 72% on the year? That's bad. That's bad. That shit's got to go up. Nothing crazy about this play, by the way, except for Aaron Gordon, what he about to do. I don't think y'all understand how tough a situation like this is. Like, motherfucker, Aaron Gordon grabbed that shit from the damn hip, bro. I don't think y'all, bro. Not even just the jump and the catch. Like, all the things that's necessary and required for you just to be accurate with this. Off the rim, get it, boom, like, bro, that shit. Come on, bro. Some people can't even do that shit on a mini hoop. Especially in a live setting. Like, your brain has to also click different. Everything has to go and align the right way for some shit like that to go down. Which is tough. And so now, getting down to around these last 2 minutes. And now Tatum ends up getting this screen right here, right? Getting to this right side. But instead, he decides to begin to probe a little bit, right? And this is the only time this entire game you've seen him decide to actually attack something off this screen. And so he ends up getting a foul, getting to the free throw line. And as you've seen, anytime he attacked the rim, good shit has transpired. And so when it comes down to the Celtics, if Jayson Tatum doesn't get aggressive inside the arc, in the paint, attacking the rim, I don't see them winning the chip. They just don't. If they play the Nuggets in the finals, it's going to look very similar to this every single time. Even though Boston has home court, they just don't have enough pressure at the rim, and they want to settle for too much shit going on the outside. But you need to just get any bucket you can in the playoffs. And so that's the end of the stream. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure you got your notifications on. Make sure y'all stay tuned for when this merch drop, because discipline or regret, it's a mindset, it's a motto, it's a way of life if you want to be successful. And so, like I said before, though, make sure you sacrifice your present self, invest into your future self, and do everything you need to do to be able to get to where you want to go.